Sounds good. Alright, I love you guys. Whoa! Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What's going on? Oh my god. Again, that sign. This sign was brought to you by my little sis. She and I spent a couple hours on that sign. And that's my family that you hear in the background. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Están? Yo estoy bien. Estoy chilling. I don't know. I'm chilling. We got not a lot of information, but some good information. My leg, thank you. My leg is doing a lot better. Shoulder's doing better too. Yeah, not so much info today. We got good information. There's some good news. The news that would be looked at as positive within this sea of negativity. There's positivity in this news. But just not a lot of some developments actually, come to think of it. I'll let you guys decide. How about that? I'll let you guys decide. Pretty much the private sector, which is businesses, Ford, GM, Bayer, Avid, a whole bunch of companies are stepping up in America and probably around the world. But I'm going to talk about America because I'm in America. We will talk about the rest of the world a little bit too. But they're stepping up and helping us like crazy. They are legitimately, they are the reason that 1 million Americans have been tested for COVID-19. 1 million, a million people, because the private sector and the government and the collaboration between the two. In fact, we test 100,000 samples every single day. It's unprecedented. It is an insane amount of testing that's being done. Also, because of the private sector, 37 million doses of that malaria medicine you hear about, hydroxychloroquine, is ready to be sent out. Now, what I've been hearing is that we need hydroxychloroquine, the malaria medication, but we also need Z-Paks. I don't have any numbers on Z-Paks, but what I do know is that a private company called Sandoz, private sector company called Sandoz, donated 30 million tablets. Bayer donated 1 million, and Teva Pharma donated 6 million doses. So we have the private sector stepping up and helping protect us civilians, at least in these ways. Who knows? There's 360 degrees to absolutely everything, but this is what I've heard from the president's mouth. Avid Labs released something that is a 15-minute point of care test. So what that means is there's a test that you can, if you're like at the hospital, in the emergency room, in the ICU, at a medical facility of any sort, they can give you this test, and within 15 minutes you will have your result of whether or not you have it. So as opposed to waiting 24 hours, you can know in 5 to 15 minutes, and that's private sector. The private sector has also released an N95 mask sterilization machine. This machine can clean 120,000 N95 masks in a day. One machine. 120,000 masks getting recycled back into hospitals and medical facilities. A company called Batil did that, private sector. Every N95 mask can be cleaned 20 times per mask. So that is a lot of uses here. And so between, one mask being cleaned 20 times, 120,000 masks per day, you're literally recycling millions and millions of masks back into the market. In addition to Honeywell, which is another company from the private sector, that has launched 2 new N95 mask production facilities, one in Rhode Island and one in Arizona. The one in Rhode Island has already hired 200 employees, and they're looking for an additional 300 employees. So if you live in Rhode Island or around Rhode Island and you need a job, there's Batelle, spelled Batelle, is looking for 300 people to hire at their new N95 mask production facility, Rhode Island. And in Arizona. And Arizona is looking for 500 people. So Arizona and Rhode Island have job opportunities to make N95 masks. So if you're looking for a job and you live in Rhode Island or Arizona, look up Batelle, Batelle. Maybe you can get a job. In addition, Ford, the car company, the company that usually makes cars that drive, have nothing to do with ventilators usually. They're making 50,000 ventilators over the next 100 days, which is wild. 50,000 ventilators in 100 days. Hopefully that number goes up. I'm sure it will continue to go up now that GM is also doing it. For the record, we shipped out 1,000 ventilators, a little over 1,000 ventilators today. 400 to Michigan, 300 to New Jersey, 150 to Illinois, 150 to Louisiana, and 50 to Connecticut. So about 1,000 ventilators there. And we're making 50 times that amount over the next 100 days to put out. So a lot of medical equipment. New York said that they are okay for this week when it comes to supplies, which is, a positive thing. But, guys, within the next 2 weeks, this world is going to look very different. We're doing well now. We're preparing as much as we can. And that's something to be proud of. That's something to be grateful for. That's something that we can say that we've banded together, and the private sector has come together with the government, which is not a new thing, to expedite a lot of processes. But the truth is, we're still really early in this process. So there's more to come. What's cool about America too is that we have a surplus of a lot of supplies and equipment. And we're actually sending an additional $100 million worth of medical gear to Italy. And that's insane because Italy is obviously going through it in an excruciating way right now. And we're also sending aid and supplies to other countries like Spain, that need some help as we outpace what we need and our necessity. But we're not just, getting supplies around our country and sending them internationally. There is a bunch of international aid happening as well to America. We have 51 planes, massive cargo loads, 51 loads coming to the U.S. from international countries and territories helping us. And the first plane actually landed this morning. So it's a real thing that is happening right now. But ultimately, the point of this beginning is that the private sector is helping us. Which is in everyone's best interest economically and also health-wise and for, our morale. New York City, some positive news. A Navy ship, 1,200 medical professionals and members of the Army or the Navy, and 750 new beds pulled into New York Harbor today. And it's going to be ready tomorrow. It's going to be used to put sick people that are in hospitals onto that ship, so that we can keep hospitals in New York on land free and available for COVID-19 patients. They are building a 2,900 bed hospital, and it's being completed at the Java Center in New York. They built it in three and a half days. I think they're finishing it either later tonight or by tomorrow, and that's also unprecedented. They're building hospitals in other places as well that need them. So the government, the Army, the Navy, just a bunch of different FEMA and environmental NGOs, just a lot of different people are coming together at a very high level to, provide the people with what we need and require right now. It's projected that about 50% of all New Yorkers are going to contract COVID-19, which is obviously a huge number. Could be more. This is from Blasio. And but remember, 80% of those cases don't even need to go to the hospital. They'll just get the disease, have some symptoms, and then get over it. So that's also something to focus on. A possible thing is, I don't know how many people here have put down a security deposit on a place, but essentially what you do when you move into an apartment is that you put down a security deposit on the apartment, and it's first and last month's rent. And so right now when people are unemployed, someone in New York, I think one of this probably some dude who was super baked in his apartment, like, was like, yo, dude, didn't we put a security deposit down on our, like, apartment? Like, if we're not getting paid, then can't we just, like, use the security deposit and have it go towards our rent? And his homie was like, that's a really good idea, bro. And then they, like, made it a thing. So someone asked Blasio about it today, and Blasio said that they need state support to make that happen. I think that's fucking genius, using your security deposit. Obviously, that money would have to get refilled, but in Los Angeles, they're giving people 12 months to pay back money. Regular people, you know, that are renting places, they're giving them 12 months to pay back the rent that they can't afford. So I think, you know, it's definitely something that LA and New York should consider. I think it's really cool. Moving right along to Los Angeles, there's 342 new cases in LA County, which is a 16% increase. So there's, you know, we're moving up in cases. If you feel sick, if you have symptoms, if you feel like it's hard to breathe, then you should go to, well, if it's hard for you to breathe, you need to call a doctor immediately. But if you feel like you're getting sick and you're not sure what's going on, and you live in Los Angeles, go to coronavirus.lacity.org, coronavirus.lacity.org. You do this and you can figure out whether or not you are eligible to get tested. Like I said, if you're sick, don't go to the hospital unless you are dying or having trouble breathing. Then you should go to the hospital. But if you're starting to feel a little sick, like cold, flu-ish, hold off a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, call a doctor if you need to, but, like, just wait to see if it gets worse, because 80% of all people that think they have COVID-19 actually, that wasn't right. 80% of people that actually have COVID-19 don't need to go to the hospital. Their symptoms are very mild. Not that they don't have it, but that they don't need to go to the hospital. So though there's been less traffic accidents in Los Angeles, my voice feels like a robot when I'm talking. Oh my God. You just ripped my soul out of my body. So thank you for that. Though there are less traffic accidents in Los Angeles, they are horrific. The ones that are happening, because people are driving way faster than they should be, because there's less people on the roads, and they are getting in worse accidents. So though there aren't as many accidents, the accidents that are occurring are way worse. I know with an empty road, it's like, yo, let me just put this goddamn pedal down and rip. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because you might get hurt, and your motherfucking family would be pissed. And then I would be pissed, because your family's pissed and you pissed your family off. So don't do that shit. I don't want to piss my mom off, or my dad off, or my sister, or any of my friends. Can you imagine? Come on. I would be fucking gone if one of my friends died like that or got into a serious accident. And it wasn't because of COVID at this point. If one of my friends got extremely hurt and died, and it was due to driving too fast as opposed to this fucking illness, I would be furious. So drive safe. I know empty roads make it a little bit more appetizing to go really fast, but, you know, don't do that shit. They shut down all of our parks, beaches, our trails, and our flea markets. There's a suspension on flea markets in Los Angeles. If you have a flea market and you want to keep your flea market open, then you have to submit safe operations plans to the city. It's a thing. Or you could just not, you know, the only reason that flea markets should be open is because they offer food to people, you know. So that makes sense. But, like, for fuck's sake, come on, people. Let's not all congregate in one area. Cops shutting down non-essential businesses. Cops going and knocking on, like, 60 different businesses, and they were like, yo, bruh, why are you still open? You put in all of our lives and your employees' lives at stake, at risk. Shut that shit down, and they did. Signed ordinance by the mayor, moratorium on evictions. That was already happening. You couldn't get evicted, but now it's passed on a higher level, and I think it's like a governor thing, so it's a state level now. So the state released something about you can't get kicked out of your place for not paying rent because people are unemployed now, And don't worry, I'm going to do all this in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, but the mayor going to say it in LA after this. But the mayor called for the state moratorium on evictions is the same as almost the same, exactly identical as what the mayor said. So he's taking away what he said earlier and enacting this one because it covers all the bases that he wants to, and it keeps all of us aligned as a government, from the city to the county to the state level. We're all in order and all in line. Take off your shirt! Come on! Tenants that can't pay rent after this is all over will have 12 months to pay back their rent, which is sick. And then commercial tenants will have 3 months to pay back. And effective immediately, rents cannot be increased in rent-stabilized units. Ladies and gentlemen, Beanie Talk. That was all we have today. So, coolest parts were 1 million Americans have been tested for COVID-19, 100,000 every single day. The private sector has hooked up 37 different pills for hydroxychloroquine, which combined with Z-Pack, we are hearing have good results on helping fight this virus. Avid Labs released a 5 to 15 minute result test that you can take it, and within 5 to 15 minutes you get your result, and that's for hospitals and stuff. The N95 mask sterilization machine is now in existence, and it cleans 120,000 masks every single day. And they're putting 2 in Ohio, 1 in New York, 1 in Seattle, and 1 in D.C. Why Ohio? Because Ohio is actually getting hit right now. If you're looking for a job and you live in Rhode Island or Arizona, there's new N95 production facilities. The one in Rhode Island's already hired 200 people. They're looking for 300 new employees. The place in Arizona is looking for 500 new employees in May. That's going to be in May. So, yep. Ford's producing 50,000 ventilators. That's 50 times as many ventilators as that got shipped out today. About 1,000 got shipped out today. There's a lot of aid going out of America into places like Italy, Spain, and other countries getting hit. There's a lot of things coming into America, 51 loads coming to the U.S. from international territories. First plane landed this morning. There's a new Navy ship hospital in New York. There's 2,900 bed hospital being built at the Java Center in New York. 60 ambulances are being shipped to New York. And that's pretty much it. Don't drive like an idiot. Stay inside. Don't drive like an idiot. Stay inside. This is temporary. We will overcome this. This too shall pass. Wash your hands. With that, it's time for Mayor Garcetti. En español. Mayor Garcetti dice en español. Información de COVID-19.
Buenas tardes, Los Ángeles. Hoy empezamos otra semana crítica en nuestra lucha contra la propagación del coronavirus en nuestra ciudad. Y si hay una cosa que quisiera que recuerden es esto: entre más acción tomemos, más pronto llegaremos al final. Al contrario, si hacemos menos, el final está más lejos. Hoy, en el condado de Los Ángeles, hay 342 nuevos casos positivos de coronavirus, llegando a 2,474 casos en total en el condado. En la ciudad de Los Ángeles, hay 151 nuevos casos positivos, llegando a 1,171 casos positivos en total en la ciudad. Además, fallecieron 7 personas más en el condado, llegando a 44 fallecidos. Para los que han perdido a un ser querido, les doy mi más sentido pésame. Continuamos trabajando para ampliar nuestra capacidad para ofrecer pruebas de detección gratis. Hemos hecho 8,373 pruebas. Al final de esta semana. Habremos hecho 13,000. Hoy abriremos el quinto sitio para ofrecer pruebas. Tenemos miles de citas para ofrecer gratis. Por favor, visite la página coronavirus.lcity.org para ver si eres elegible para una prueba. Estamos haciendo todo lo posible para proteger a nuestros residentes. Abrimos 13 refugios de emergencia para personas sin hogar y tenemos 900 habitaciones en hoteles para personas en cuarentena. Si algún hotel o motel quiere ofrecer sus habitaciones durante esta crisis, por favor visiten la página coronavirus.lcity.org/rooms. También contamos con 42 casas rodantes en Westwood y tenemos 27 más que pronto llegarán a Granada Hills en el Valle de San Fernando. Estas casas rodantes son críticas para proteger a nuestros vecinos sin hogar y a todos nosotros durante esta crisis. Además, hemos visto que desde que anuncié la orden de emergencia más protegidos en casa, la cual requiere que todos se queden en casa, no todos han cumplido con esta orden. Este fin de semana vimos que había demasiada gente en los mercados de agricultores. Esta noche estoy anunciando la suspensión de estos mercados durante todos los días de la semana mientras recibimos un plan de ello sobre cómo mantener las sanas distancias en todos los mercados. Además, el Departamento de Agua y Energía ha cerrado la pradera en Silver Lake. Les recuerdo que lo más pronto que se comprometen a quedarse en casa, lo más pronto se acabará todo esto y podremos regresar a disfrutar de nuestra bella ciudad. Quédense en casa. Si no lo hacen, hay vidas en riesgo y puede ser la suya. Con el 1 de abril que llega, les recuerdo que yo firmé una moratoria de desalojos para residencias y espacios comerciales. Si no pueden pagar la renta a causa de esta crisis, no los pueden desalojar. Pero su deuda no se va a desaparecer. Cuando se acabe esta crisis tendrán 12 meses para pagar su renta atrasada. Y da una asistencia, ayuda a los inquilinos de Los Ángeles por el próximo año. Además, hoy di un orden de emergencia para parar el aumento de renta de unidades bajo la ordenanza de control de renta. Continuamos recibiendo también donaciones generosas de angelinos que lo pueden hacer. Le pedimos que si pueden donar, por favor, visiten la página web mayorsfundla.org para ayudar a sus vecinos. El espíritu de nuestra ciudad, el espíritu de generosidad de Los Ángeles, continúa todos los días. El viernes vimos un grupo de sindicatos unirse para ofrecer despensas para más de 2,500 familias. Esta es la fuerza de los sindicatos. Normalmente estaríamos celebrando el legado de César Chávez, un héroe de nuestra comunidad. Él, junto con Dolores Huerta y los trabajadores agrícolas, era un ejemplo de resiliencia y dedicación en la lucha contra la injusticia. Ellos dicen, se puede, sí se puede, pero muchas veces nos sentimos que no se puede. Pero es mi mensaje esta noche con este legado de César Chávez, a recordar la fortaleza de nuestra gente, la fortaleza de nuestra ciudad, la fortaleza de Los Ángeles. Es lo que hacemos hoy. Sacrificamos nuestro tiempo, nuestros espacios, nuestros rutinos para hacer que nuestra ciudad continúe siendo un lugar lleno de amor. Entonces, amigos, quédense protegidos, quédense en buena salud, quédense en casa. Muchísimas gracias. Fortaleza y amor, Los Ángeles. Preguntas. Gracias. Preguntas en español? Questions for our operator?
We have a question from Leon Kroll from Univision. Please go ahead.
Hola, León.
Hola, alcalde, le saludo desde los estudios de Univisión 34. Miles de angelinos deberán pagar la renta pasado mañana, el 1 de abril. Todos los días Univisión recibe llamadas de gente angustiada por no poder cubrir esa renta. ¿Qué debe decirle a su casero una persona que no pueda cubrir la renta pasado mañana? Específicamente, ¿qué explicación le debe dar esa persona a su casero? ¿Qué debe decir?
Sí, hay un moratorio de desalojos para todos los residentes. Y es importante recordar que este es tu derecho. Si usted tiene un dueño que no entiende la ley, llama a 311 y nuestro departamento de la vivienda pueden dar a él la información, porque no pueden tener un desalojo durante esta crisis y usted tiene 12 meses a pagar su renta durante este tiempo. Si tú puedes pagar su renta, tu renta, por favor, págala. Pero por toda la otra gente que no pueden, es tu derecho y la ciudad de Los Ángeles defenderá sus derechos. Gracias, León.
Lo que nos decía con toda claridad, ya lo hemos explicado, pero ahora lo dice el alcalde de viva voz, no hay en absoluto ninguna obligación de pagar la renta. Si usted no puede,
Sí, hay una obligación, pero no hay desalojos. A este punto no hay una vacación de las rentas, pero tenemos una política más generosa en los Estados Unidos ahora, a prevenir la evicción, a prevenir estas acciones contra nuestras familias, pero para más información, llámanos a 311 y nosotros podemos asistirte con sus dueños. Y hay un programa también por la vivienda pública con el gobierno federal, también es el mismo, para prevenir evicciones en la vivienda pública en partes de Los Ángeles y todas partes de los Estados Unidos. Sorry, I think we're having a little bit of feedback issues. We will work on that. Discúlpame, pero gracias por las preguntas. Continuaremos mañana. Thank you all so much again for tuning in. Thank you, Leon. Gracias a Leon and the others. I'm sorry if we couldn't get to the question today, but we will tomorrow. Strength and love, everybody. Thank you.
Hola. Yo soy aquí. Estoy aquí. Pronto. Ok, un momento. Yo tengo pensar. I got this. Google. Translator. All right. Spanish. Where are you? Okay. Spanish to English. English to Spanish. These are crazy times. Ok. Estos son tiempos locos en los que vivimos, pero son temporales y lo superaremos juntos. Estos son tiempos locos en los que vivimos, pero son temporales y los superaremos juntos. Lo intenté, ¿ok? Lo intenté. Estoy usando la traductora de Google. Estoy usando la traductora de Google. Lo siento. Estoy usando el traductor de Google. Ok. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué otro es? ¿Qué digo? ¿Qué más? ¿Qué digo? No puedo decirte lo agradecida que soy por poder hablar con todos ustedes. No puedo decirte lo agradecida que soy por poder hablar con todos ustedes. Love that. El amor que siento de ti me ayuda a superar mi día. Esta contraductor. ¿Cómo se dice esta contraductor en inglés? She is with a translator. Yes, I am Google Translate. Sí, estoy usando Google Translate. Hola, Guatemala. Hola, Brasil. Hola, Argentina. Eres muy tierno. What is it? Eres muy... Oh, shit. Eres muy tierna. Come on. Eres muy tierna. Canta algo en español. Sing a song. What's a good song to sing in Spanish? Once. In Spanish. Oh, dang it. Falling slowly. Lyrics in Spanish. All right. Conozco. Okay. Okay. Ready? No te conozco, pero te quiero. Eso. Come on. Come on. This is a great song. How do I scroll down? Les palabras me atraviesan y a veces me copian y no puedo reaccionar. Y los juegos nunca cesarán más de lo que aparentan. I think I just hit that. I don't know about you guys. I think I just hit that. I feel I feel good about that. Lo siento para cantar el mal cantar. Okay, me encanta mucho, me encanta total. Bless up. Buenas noches. I got it. Hold on. Translator. Come on. Me encantan permanecer en el interior, quedarse dentro de la casa es mejor. Quedarse dentro de la casa, mantenerse sano, maybe. Estar sanan. Buenas noches. Okay. Adiós. Buenas noches. Ahora mismo.